you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me. Looking for new blood. Most of my life was heavy and hard, yeah. So many days, so many scars, but it was all of those years to make who I am, yeah. But I broke through, and here I stand, yeah. Don't try to fight, nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. It's too late to try, there's nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Yeah, I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me. Looking for new blood. Yeah.
Away, he'll go in. He's got seven. Oh my gosh! Drive inside, back out. Techmeyer for Coster for three. Oh baby, you betcha! Inside, back out. Konski for three. Yes! Ryan. Back out to Clark for three. Yes! Kelsey Clark. Inside to Coster. He will slam it with authority. Drive inside, and she drops down one.
Looking for new blood.
And you are looking live at the new Kearney High School, where tonight it is senior night between the Kearney High School Bearcats and the Omaha Benson Bunnies. Hello, I'm your host, Jeff Ekstrom, along with my partners James Lee, Allie Myers, Robert Goff, and my color man, Jack McFadden. First, let's get you the starting lineups. First, we'll start with Omaha Benson. Starting at the guard is a 6-foot senior, number 0, Blake Brower. Starting at a 5'8" sophomore, number 14, Jerome Wallace. A 6'1" senior, number 20, Lamont Palmer. A 6'5" post, number 65, number 32, Roneel Ross. Then a 6'2" senior, number 44, Raymond Halley. For the Bearcats, a 5'9" senior, number 11, Trey Clevenger. A 6'1" senior, number 12, Brock Marlette. A 6'1" senior, number 25, Brant Barth. A 6'3" senior, number 34, Devin Colbo. And a 6'3" senior, number 41, Joaquin Robinson. So first, before we get in depth with this matchup, let's look at the remainder of this year's Kearney High's boys varsity roster. We welcome you live back to Kearney for the pregame show between Omaha, Benson, and Kearney. Again, tonight is senior night, but there's been plenty of action around the state for Kearney High School athletics. Let's get you a recap for wrestling. State wrestling was this weekend. We had the finals, and we had 5 Bearcats who placed earlier this morning. It was in the 195-pound division. Junior Sean Jackson placed 4th. After that, it was senior Trey Gruby, who's actually one of the head rowdies, placed 2nd in the 160-pound division, making it to the championship round, as well as Lee Harrington, the 285-pounder, who got first, pinned his guy in 30 seconds. He used a total of 5 minutes and 14 seconds the entire state tournament. Then it was Philip Moody in the 120-pound division getting first, and then just earlier Nick James falling in the finals to clinch 2nd place, and Kearney finished 2nd overall behind Millard South. So, Jack, as we look forward to this matchup, what do you think are the keys here for Kearney High?
Yeah, it's going to be a good, potentially it could be a good game tonight. We've talked about Benson being probably one of the best 4-17 teams, the best 4-17 team out there. They've had some close games, and tonight their key is to keep this game close. They've dragged multiple games into overtime and unfortunately lost by a couple points, 1 point. If they can keep it close against Kearney tonight, they need to keep within striking distance so they could potentially finish it off at the end. And then for Kearney, they just got to play the way they can and play the way they've been playing, and they should be able to take care of business.
They are number 3 in the state for a reason. Now, as we take a break, national anthem coming up, so we'll come back. You're watching the pregame show between Kearney and Omaha Benson. We welcome you back here to Kearney as they're announcing the starting lineup. Let's get some background info between these two teams. Now, their first match, so I have stats still back before 2003. Their first match was in 2011, So this is only the fourth time they've played each other since before 2003, so they haven't really been familiar with each other on the long term. Short term they have last season, Kearney High won 69-60 in Omaha. Then back in 2011-2012, Benson beat them by scores of 68-53 and 67-54. So Kearney 1-2 against the Bunnies, but long term, that's not really a big sample size of these two teams. Again, Kearney, number 3 in the state against Omaha. Benson, who's 4-17. And Kearney starting all seniors tonight. Trey Clevenger is the only one that usually starts. So it'll be fun to see some guys play that usually don't. So it'll be Joaquin Robinson going against, it's looking like Roneel Ross, the big 6'5". Post going against Joaquin Robinson at 6'2". And it's going to be won by Benson once we out of bounds. And so it will be Kearney who will going to have the possession.
We got a starting lineup of all seniors tonight, like you said. Joaquin, first game starting, and then Devin Colbo, like we were talking about earlier, hasn't played since Millard West, or started since Millard West.
And inside Marlette, it's taken away by Ross down the floor. It looks like it's going to be Wallace. Jerome Wallace gives it to Brower. Gives it to Halley inside to Brower. And they're going to call the foul on Marlette. Team's first. Only about 20 seconds in this match. Brower in the corner is Palmer. Inside goes up. And basket there for Raymond Halley. The 6'2" forward, senior, in the corner. Barth out for Marlette. Marlette inside to Robinson. Down low. Robinson's going to go up. He'll get the basket.
Joaquin is a very strong player. If his opponent is not outmatched by him by height, Joaquin can do very good things down low.
Halley tipped by Clevenger, but off the hands of Ross. And so Bearcats will get possession of the turnover. Joaquin, of course, he's very strong. He's going to Doane College to play football. Brock Marlette going to bring up the floor. Brock Marlette, senior, played tight end for the football team as well this year. Clevenger, screen by Robinson, gives it to Barth. He's going to drive in. Wants to go back out. He does to Clevenger. Now to Marlette. Marlette, back out. Barth for 3. Yes! Brant Barth. Brant Barth with the 3.
If the Bearcats can pull away this early. Oh, there you go.
The 3 there is made by Jerome Wallace to answer back, so we're tied at 5.
Keeping it close.
Colbo to Clevenger.
Bearcats like that matchup of Joaquin and Ross.
Inside Clevenger, but back out. Barth inside to Marlette. He'll go up off the back iron. Rebounded there by Ross. And bring out the floor is Wallace. Wallace going to make a spin move. Goes up. Too strong. Rebound there by Clevenger. Down back the floor.
Bearcats pushing the ball.
Colbo loses it. Turnover. Ross will get credited with the steal. And as we see the rest of the starting lineup checking in, the usual starting lineup for Kearney checking back in. Halley go up and he'll get the basket.
Good finish.
Usually that was Ross. Clevenger to Colbo. Marlette. Inside to Robinson. Robinson stolen away by Brower. But Barth gets it back. Marlette for 3. A little too strong. Rebound. And there's going to get called with the foul. Was Joaquin over the back. Joaquin's first, team second. And the usual starting lineup coming in for the Bearcats. Big round of applause for those seniors. So checking in, 6'6" Shiloh Robinson, then Ryan Koski, Cannon Koster, and Jake Techmeyer.
Clevenger, the only one staying on the floor from the original 5.
Wallace, step back, rebound there by Robinson.
Clevy pushing the ball.
Clevenger holds up, Koski, get a drive inside, open lane, he'll just lay it in.
Great drive by Koski. Bearcats are going to want to do that all night, is push the ball. Benson is a scramble offense-defense team, so if the Bearcats can catch them off guard, Getting fast down.
Goes up, and a foul's going to be called on Shiloh Robinson. Team's already third foul. It'll be Ronil Ross to go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Second free throw for Ross is good. And Benson leads 9-7. 4:50 left here in the first.
It's a position the Bearcats do not want tonight.
Koski inside to Robinson. Robinson goes in, barely keeps it in bounds. He'll throw it away to
Good pressure
Wallace.
by Benson.
Wallace will hold it up. We'll reset, get the offense rolling.
Bearcats can't get frustrated. If they get frustrated, they're going to keep making mistakes. They just got to play the game they can play.
Ross double teamed, back out for Brower. He's open. He'll take a 3. Too strong. Rebound there by Halley. Halley goes up, blocked by Robinson. Checking in, Carson Schwartz, the sophomore. In for Trey Clevenger. In for Benson. Looks like Lamette Parmo checks out for Desmond Edwards. It'll be Edwards to take it. Fakes the 3. Inside. That's Ross. Ross goes up. He'll get the basket. Nice athletic play there by Ross. Makes it 11-7 Bunnies. Shores gets it to Koski. Back at the corner for Robinson. Inside to Coster. Coster goes up, and they're going to get the foul on Brower. Coster averages 19 points per game. One of the leaders in the state. As we have a big score update as we pay attention to last night of the regular season for power points when it comes to getting assigned a district. Kearney at 4, Norfolk at 5, and Omaha Central at 6, and Norfolk plays Central, and they lead them 23-21 halfway through the second quarter as Coster makes 1 of 2 free throws.
And that's a game we got to keep an eye on points-wise for seeds for districts.
Because I think if Norfolk wins tonight, they would jump Kearney in the PowerPoint standings to go to 4, while Kearney would go to 5. Stripped by Coster, he'll get it.
As we said earlier, Kearney wants to avoid a matchup with Norfolk as much as possible.
A turnover by Kearney on the fast break. Yeah, by looking at it, if Norfolk and Kearney win their districts, they're going to be 4 and 5 in the first round of the state tournament. And Norfolk's a team Kearney doesn't want to face, especially on a neutral court where Norfolk has state tournament experience compared to Kearney, who has none. Schwartz with the foul. Team's 4th already. Throw it out is Edwards. He'll give it to Ross. Gives it to Edwards, and he'll set the offense. Gives it to Brower. Bearcats trail by 3, 11-8. Halley gives it to Brower off the screen. He's going to drive in. Nothing called. It was blocked. Brower gets the own rebound. Back out inside, but off a foot. And so it'll stick down here with Benson.
Benson's kind of doing the same continuous thing, looking up top at the top of the key, trying to get something down low. And they just kind of keep doing the same screen over and over.
And so it is Ross working one-on-one against Robinson. Back out for Brower. Almost lost it. He's going to go inside, but turnover. Stolen by Robinson. Back down the floor. Koski. He's going to go in. Spin move. Goes up. Finishes.
Great move.
Ryan Koski.
Koski's really gotten comfort in his play these last few games of the season. He's been driving to the hoop whenever he feels like it, and he's been finishing awesome shots.
And there's going to be a foul. Actually, travel called. A couple more substitutions coming in for Benson. Coming in is Lamont Palmer. Check it back in as well as Juantel Gamble. .245 Schwartz. Robinson back to Schwartz. Coster for 3. In and out. Tapped back out. Rebound by Ross. He'll bring it up the floor. Passes for Edwards. Now it's to Gamble. Gamble's going to set inside. That's Wallace. Guarded by Koski. 11-10, Benson. Switch on
Bearcats
inside.
trapping.
Ross can't handle it, but it's off a Bearcat. And so Trey Clevenger checks back in for Carson Shores. And so throwing it out is Edwards for Benson. Back out. That's Gamble. Palmer. 1-on-1.
Benson really utilizing that high screen, keeping it outside of the lane. Charlotte Robinson is a great defensive player with his long arms.
Palmer, get inside, lays
Good
it
drive.
up, misses. Rebound there by Coster. Back on the floor, Coster. He's going to go in,
Easy.
and he'll lay it in. Easy points there for Cannon Coster. Makes it 12-11. The Bearcats get their first lead of the game. This will be their only second lead of the game. And 3, Wallace. In and out. Rebound there by Robinson. And it's going to be tipped out, but Kearney will still have possession. Checking back in is Raymond Halley for Roneo Ross. So bring up the floor will be Trey Clevenger, the senior guard.
That's the dangerous thing about Kearney, as you can see right now. They can use Coster and Shiloh down low because Coster is such a strong player. They can switch them out, use them for different things.
Robinson
like
lays it in off the nice pass by Techmeyer. And so it'll be Gamble. Gives it to Wallace. Playing pitch and catch.
Bearcats keeping Benson spread out into the deep middle court.
50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 14-11 Kearney. It is Gamble. Go back out. Benson trying to hold as long as possible. Palmer. Guarded there by Coster. So you give it to Gamble. Back across. Kind of double team.
Bearcats with the trap.
Now gives it back to Gamble. Yeah, Benson's going to try to hold it. Maybe it's the last shot. They will as they keep going back out near half court. Back out. 15 seconds.
Rowdy's letting them know what they think.
It's Gamble. Going to drive on Koski. He's going to go up, loses it. But it will stay down here. I don't know about that one either.
It was an interesting Benson. Probably 35 seconds just for a drive.
So we'll check it back in is Roneo Ross in for Gamble. Get some more height
Get a
in
quick
there.
shot up.
So that was Edwards. Back out for Halley. Halley drives in, puts it up, misses it at the
Rebound
buzzer.
by Koski.
So at the end of one, Kearney leads by 3, 14-11. You're watching Kearney High basketball here on BSN. Welcome back live to Kearney. We have a scoring update at halftime. Omaha Central leads Norfolk 31-26, and that's a score Kearney likes to see because earlier tonight, Lincoln Southeast, a Tier 3 team, beat Omaha Creighton Prep 66-61, who was ranked 3 in the state. So with that loss, and possible Norfolk losing, that could jump Kearney to the 3 seed. But again, lots of numbers to crunch, and so we'll see. We'll see tweets about an hour after this game, some unofficial district pairings, with the official pairings coming out tomorrow. Now,
number 44 for Benson during the break was helped off the court. Looks like to be a knee problem. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't return for this half.
Yeah, to be helped off the court, getting looked at his knee. That's number 44, Raymond Halley. Good to see him walk off the court, but getting that knee looked at.
Bearcats have a great training staff headed by Greg Limbach.
They'll be taken care of nicely. So it will be Edwards. And yep, he traveled with it.
And Benson's not in a bad position right now. Like we said, they've just got to keep it close in striking distance. But with small mistakes like that, it's hard.
Possible Raymond Halley, one of their good posts, maybe out for the game. So Clevenger to Techmeyer. Inside to Coster. Coster goes to Techmeyer. He's going to go up. Misses the layup. Rebound there by Ross. Bring up the floor is
Benson
Palmer.
pushing it.
Palmer gives it to Brower. He'll just lay it up and in. Brower with the basket. 14-13 Bearcats. Coster with the screen. Gives it to Koski. Guarded by Edwards. Koski drives in. Back out. Techmeyer. Getting a drive in himself. Goes up, but there's going to be a foul on the floor.
On 14.
That's Wallace.
Yep.
So Techmeyer to Coster, but there's going to be a foul called. It looks like that is on Palmer. 2 straight fouls there by Benson. Here's a look at the teams as they played last night. Both did. Benson falling to Miller North 69-45, and the Bearcats pulling up a 67-58 victory over Columbus.
Bearcats with a 5 out right now. Charlotte goes down. Still looking for that matchup.
Coster back out to Techmeyer. And the Bearcats get reset. 6:10 left in the second quarter. Clevenger, by Brower, inside to Coster. Coster goes up, he'll lay it in. Coster, a nice layup.
Great finish by Coster.
And he scores the first 2 points of the second quarter for the Bearcats. Edwards, out stolen by Koski. Koski down the floor,
Finish.
And he gets, went for the duck and got blocked and fouled.
That was almost lucky he got fouled. I don't know if he was going to land that or not.
Yeah. But he'll go to the line. Shooting 2 free throws.
Benson racking up 3 fouls in a row.
First one off the mark for Koski. So Koski at the back end of 2 free throws. Second one is good. Makes it a 17-13 game. And so it'll be Gamble. Gives it to Edwards. Back out, stolen away by Koski again. Koski down the floor. He'll lay it
great
in.
finish.
Timeout, Benson. Kearney leads at 19-13. 5:40 left in the second quarter. You're watching live here on BSN. Looking back live to Kearney. 19-13, Bearcats lead by 6.
Koski being a defensive nuisance right here in the third quarter for Benson. Second quarter, sorry.
2 quick steals.
Don't get ahead of myself.
Contributed to 3 points. A field goal to convert that to football statistics. Brower inside. Stolen
Great
away.
save by,
It's still
by Techmeyer.
in, and Coster come up with it. 3 straight
Bearcats still
steals on 3
pushing.
straight possessions. Techmeyer drives in, loses it, and went off Techmeyer's chest. Get some questionable calls tonight about who's touched it last. Gamble gives it to Brower. Stolen
Good steal
away.
by Techmeyer. And
Techmeyer with the first layup, but he gets fouled. And if I count that, 4 straight steals for Kearney on Benson's last 4 possessions. Gamble with the foul, and so Techmeyer will go to the line. First one.
Nope.
In and out. And Brant Barth checks in for Trey Clevenger. And Wallace checks in for Brower for Benson. Techmeyer makes the second. Bearcats inching out that lead. Now it's 20-13. Bearcats playing some nice defense here so far in the second quarter, and it's almost stolen away again.
Koski. They recover.
Parmer goes in, lays it up. What a nice finish there by Parmer. And Bearcats will turn it over. And checking in for the Bearcats is Joaquin Robinson for his younger brother, Shiloh Robinson.
Benson with only 4 points on the quarter. Bearcats with 6.
And so it gives it to Wallace in the corner.
Jake Techmeyer playing some solid defense.
This will be Ross. And that's
Bearcats working the switch.
That's Ross can get the rebound. He's go back up, foul and 1. And so nice play there by Ronil Ross. And Benson has a chance to make it a 2-point game.
The basket by Ross is good. He's at the line to shoot 1 more.
Shot, missed, rebound,
3 points.
Coster.
Jake Techmeyer taking it a little slower this time.
Techmeyer. He's going to give it off to Barth. Gives it to Coster. Coster off the screen by Joaquin Robinson. Goes up, jumper. And no. Missed. Rebound there by Clinton Westbrook. Gives it to Ross. Back to Gamble. He'll go up and hit the shot. And Benson has made it a 1-point game.
Back in it.
We're halfway through the second quarter. Techmeyer gives it back to Coster.
Koski down low on a mismatch. Benson has 2 smaller guards out there right now. Bearcats are looking to capitalize on that.
Joey Techmeyer wants to go inside. He does get to Koski. He goes up and he's blocked but draws the foul. That's a great pass. Precision pass there by Jake Techmeyer to get to Koski. And so Koski will go to the line for 2 free throws. 1 for 2. First one is made by Koski. And so Shiloh Robinson checks back in for Joaquin Robinson. And a timeout by Kearney. We'll take it with them. They lead by 2 in a close one than they want. 21-19 Kearney. You're watching here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. Just heard that it's been official. Kearney High is your 2017 Class A state runner-up in wrestling, as they just lose out to Millard South. I believe this is their third straight runner-up trophy for wrestling. And Kearney's in prime position not to go anywhere in those standings, as they are returning 10 out of the 14 weight classes next year. Koski makes the second free throw to make it 22-19. Inside goes
Good
up
pump
Edwards. Misses the layup.
finish.
Rebound there by Robinson. Down the floor, Coster. Get a drive inside. Goes up. Tough, but he gets his own rebound.
Good hustle by Cannon Coster to bring it down and get the pass out.
Koski inside.
Koski with another drive and
Robinson gets the.
It's in.
I don't know if you call that slam dunk. Bounced off the rim and went back in.
We'll take it.
24-19, tipped, but Edwards gets it anyway. It gives it to Westbrook. He goes up. Robinson gets the steal. Coster crosses over. Get a drive inside. Goes up and makes it anyway. Coster.
The Bearcats keep pulling away into these stretches, into these runs, and then Benson keeps coming back and keeping it close. We'll see how Benson reacts.
Koski slams it home! Ryan Koski! Slam dunk! His fourth steal of the quarter and his 7 points here. Kearney leads it 28-19. You're watching live here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. Off the timeout. Benson will take it. They trail by 9 after Ryan Koski made his 4th steal of the quarter and capitalized to score his 7th point of the quarter as well.
Koski has been.
And another steal. Robinson drive goes in. He'll get the roll.
Koski has been a blessing for the Bearcats this year. He has stepped up in his senior position. He really wasn't an offensive player last year, not making many plays, but this year he's really stepped up and made some plays on and off the ball.
And so it's Gamble going to drive in. He'll lay it up. He'll get the roll. I think it was Koski. I've noticed over the past 5 games or so he's upped his scoring output. And he's showing that here tonight as well. Something that could come very good indeed come district and tournament play. Robinson.
Good defense by Benson.
Tried with the hook but missed. Rebound by Ross, and so it'll be Wallace to come up. For a deep 3 by Wallace. Off the front rim. Rebound there by Coster.
Uncontested
Coster
rebound.
Drives in. Schwartz. He's going to go back around. Gets inside
Good back door.
Coster's just going to lay it in.
Great connection between the two.
Beautiful cut there by Coster, and he has 6 points here in this quarter. Gamble. Back to Wallace. Minute to go here in this second quarter. Inside, double teamed is Ross. Gets it back out to Wallace, who uses the screen. You go back around. He'll give it to Palmer. Palmer's going to drive inside, gives it, but stolen away. Robinson.
2 on 3.
Schwartz goes up, floater, missed. And rebound by Ross. He'll give it up, but what are they going to call? They're going to call a foul. And they're going to, looks like, they're going to call on Techmeyer. And back on the floor for Benson is Blake Brower.
Carson, tough D on the inbounds.
That's
Benson
his
gets it in.
specialty. His great defense that Kearney is a pleasure to have this season. Tours guards Brower. Screen by Gamble, but Brower's double teamed, but back to Gamble. He has open court in front of him. Holds up. And they're going to hold it. 10 seconds. Brower. He's going to give it to Wallace. 5 seconds to go.
Great defense by the Bearcats.
Wallace pulls up 3, missed, rebound by Custer, all the way down floor. And that will do it for the half. Kearney, after a little slow start, opens up an 11-point lead at half, 32-21. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a halftime report here on PSN. Welcome back to Kearney. This is halftime here at the new Kearney High. Bearcats lead 32-21. Let's get you some halftime stats. We'll start with the Bunnies first. Leading the way is number 32, Rodneil Ross. Has 8 points. He'll go along with 5 rebounds. Behind him is Johanti Tel Gebel with 4. Jerome Wallace with 3 points. Raymond Halley, Blake Brower, and Lamont Palmer all with 2. Well, for the Bearcats, leading the way scoring wide is senior Ryan Koski, 11 points. Cannon Coster, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Joaquin Robinson, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Brant Barth with a 3-pointer, and Joaquin Robinson with 2.
We got the score report for the first half. Bearcats came out in the first quarter, 14-11 over the Benson Bunnies. It was really back and forth first quarter. Benson did a great job of keeping close to the Bearcats, not letting them get out of the reach. They even had the lead at one point. So Bearcats finished that quarter with actually a 6-point run. And then going into the second quarter, Benson opened with a quick 2-pointer. And going back and forth again until late in the second quarter, the Bearcats finished with a 10-0 run. And then Benson and Kearney both finishing with 2 shots. Bearcats outscoring the Bunnies 18-10 in that quarter with a halftime score of 32-21. Benson letting that lead stretch out a little bit more than they need. And they need to keep it close if they want to win this game.
And so plenty of other matches or activities going on for Kearney High today. Most notably was state wrestling, where Kearney High placed as the runner-up for the 3rd consecutive season. 5 Bearcats were able to place today. First was the 195-pound division, where junior Sean Jackson placed 4th. Then it was a senior Trey Gribby at 160 pounds. Placed 2nd, was the runner-up. Then Lee Harrington, a pair of state champs. Lee Harrington at 285, the heavyweight division, pinned his man from Bellevue West in 30 seconds. He used a total of 5 minutes, 14 seconds total in the state tournament. Nick James had played his entire match. He took more time in that one match than Lee did the entire tournament. Philip Mubi at the 120-pound division won his today by pin in the second period to finish 1st. And then was Nick James finishing runner-up in the 132-pound division. Again, Kearney finishes 2nd at the state tournament for the 2nd consecutive year to Millard South. Also going on today was JV State Bowling, as we have only the stuff from boys, as most notably finishing 1st and 2nd individually. 1st was Carter Fusman, who finished 1st, and Macklin McDermott, a freshman, who finished in 2nd place. The boys finished 1st in qualifying out of 8 teams, but fell in the first round of Baker play.
Congratulations to you, Jeff, on your performance at state. 3rd for the bowling for Kearney High.
Yes, it also includes varsity, who was last weekend. I am part of the boys bowling team. We finished 3rd, and then the girls actually winning state.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely.
They will be aired. The tape recording of the girls state championships will actually be on tomorrow on NET, starting at 8:30, going till about 12:30. Kearney High will be on TV very last, so around noon.
Yep. And there's our ad for tonight. Kearney High bowling.
Yes, there is. And now as we look to the scoreboard from around the state at halftime, Fremont is tied for Lincoln Northeast, 34 apiece. Northeast is one of the many teams that the Bearcats could face in the district final as their 2nd seed. And also a huge one in Omaha that could determine whether the Bearcats are 3, 4, or 5, finishing overall. And Omaha Central, who the Bearcats would be rooting for, are winning 45-37. And that's a big game also because earlier tonight, Lincoln Southeast beat Omaha Creighton Prep 66-61. Prep is rated 3, and Southeast is a Tier 3 team. So with that loss, Prep could drop. And if Kearney wins and Central beats Norfolk, Kearney could possibly jump up to number 3.
Yep.
And so lots to consider with that, but a lot of number crunching still to do. It will come out. We'll have probably unofficial district pairings coming out tonight at about an hour after this game, but then tomorrow the official district pairings will come out.
And this season's been a crazy season in terms of how close the teams have been in Class A. I don't recall recently it being this close. Not a totally dominant team in Class A. So yeah, it's been very exciting. Like you said, you have to watch every single moment, every single game to really understand what's happening.
The only real place that's been virtually locked up is Lincoln Pius the 10th. They are number 1 in A. They will most likely finish in A. They play Plainview or Plattsmouth tonight, a Tier 1 team. If they win, they'll get another 50 points to clinch that number 1 seed. Pius, again, though, I'm not saying they're a bad team,
schedule.
but you got to take their schedule with a grain of salt. They've only played 3 Class A schools.
Definitely.
And so a lot of those Tier 1 wins are against Class B schools.
I guess we'll see here coming up soon if their record really does boast how good they are. So.
And Papillion and La Vista facing off against Omaha North. We'll try to find that score. But that's a decent matchup, and that's 2 against 8 in the state.
Yeah.
And so Papio, I think, even if they lose, they probably will still hang on to that number 2 seed.
I agree.
And now as we begin the second half, Kearney will have possession. As they lost the tip, it'll be Jake Techmeyer to bring it up the floor.
Bearcats looking to keep it controlled, extend their lead that they already have. Great
Costa.
pass.
And he'll just lay it in.
Great start for the Bearcats.
Cannon Coster, first points of this half. For either team, it's going to be Wallace to control. The ball for Benson.
Kearney keeping that pressure up top, and another steal.
Stole by Trey Clevenger,
2 on 1.
Clevenger, alley-oop!
Oh!
Wow!
One-handed Coster.
Cannon Coster!
Great
One-handed
finish.
alley-oop!
Oh.
Oh my! Greg Brower double teamed.
Basketball improv right there.
And it's stolen away again. Coster will bring it up the floor. It's Koski. He's going to lay it
Great finish
in.
by Koski. Bearcats come out with a 6-0 run.
38-21. The Bearcats have opened this thing up. Brower in the corner, thrown away.
Miscommunication on Benson's part.
And so, Brower is out. And so Jake Techmeyer will take it up. Guarded by Edwards, gives it to Coster. Coster inside, It is stolen away. Bringing up the floor is Wallace. Double teams by Clevenger Koski. Inside, Robinson.
Great
puts
D.
it away. Ross is going to go up, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Techmeyer.
That was good defensive awareness by Jake Techmeyer. I do believe he was planted there. I don't know about the block, but we will go with it.
Techmeyer's second foul, team's first of this half.
Benson looking first point.
This is the first one. It is Ross.
Shooting 1 more.
Second one by Ross. No good. Robinson with the rebound.
Benson still scoreless in the early third quarter. Koski bringing the ball down.
Koski gives it to Techmeyer. After Koski, pass it around inside. Robinson fakes to go back out. Now does.
Good move.
Techmeyer for 3.
Nope.
Off the front rim, short. Rebound by Ross.
That was a deep shot.
Gamble inside, goes up, blocked. Rebound there by Coster. Coster's going to bring it up. Get Techmeyer in the corner. He's going to drive in. Koski's going to go in himself. Gets it to
Good
Coster.
pass.
He'll go up, draws the foul.
Foul to the bench, number 22, shot.
Another score update. Omaha Central opens up a 50-40 lead at the end of the third quarter over Norfolk. We'll continue to give you updates on that game, and that is huge to determine the district pairings. 4 districts coming up. We'll have the boys game first round exactly a week from tonight. And we'll have the girls district first round game this upcoming Tuesday starting at 7, pregame around 6:50.
Coster makes it 2 for 2. Bearcats on an 8-0 run. for this third quarter.
And almost turnover again.
And they're not relenting. They're staying on it. The Bearcats want to finish this out.
They want to make a statement. Edwards. Can't find a man. Finally does. And that's Palmer. And now it's Edwards goes up. Blocked by Robinson. Techmeyer. Clevenger. Gets up the screen. He's going to take a pull-up jumper.
Great
Gets
shot.
it. Clevenger.
They left him wide open, and he took it.
Timeout Benson. And they certainly need it. Bearcats up 42-21 with 5:19 left in the third quarter. You're watching Kearney High basketball here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. Bearcats up by 21, 42-21. Benson has not scored here in the second half.
Scoreless.
Wallace. Bearcats playing that
continued
trap.
pressure.
Clevenger got a hand on it, but not enough. Edwards fakes the three, goes inside, goes up, and he draws the foul. They're called on Koski. His first, team second of the half. Excuse me, they called on Robinson. First one is made by Edwards.
Benson gets points up on the board. 3 minutes in.
Second one is no good.
Won't go. They get the rebound.
Rebound by Ross. Edwards goes inside and he gets another foul. He'll shoot two more. Or actually, no, they're going to call it. Actually, just went out of bounds. So Techmeyer throws it to Robinson, and it's hit out, but it will stay with Kearney. Five minutes left here in this third quarter. Bearcats lead by 20, 42-22.
Bearcats did what they needed. They got Benson down, which will make it extremely hard by 20 points for Benson to make it up.
Gives it to Coster. Inside to Robinson. He'll go up, gets the foul. Almost got the and one. But he will go to the line. Or actually, they didn't call it a shooting foul. Call on the floor. So that is a foul on Gamble. And he gives it to Robinson. Techmeyer.
Techmeyer with the open shot.
Hits it.
It will. That was beautiful.
Jake Techmeyer. And so it is Gamble. Edwards.
Bearcats continuing the pressure. Brock Marlette working up top.
Wallace fakes the three, gets step in, takes a shot, missed,
Won't
rebound
fall.
Robinson. Back up the floor, Techmeyer drives in, he goes up,
Great
makes the
finish
basket.
by Jake. Use his body to get in there, lean away. Perfect finish.
47-22 Kearney. Side almost stole it away. Nice move by Gamble.
Good
inside
pass.
to Ross. He'll just lay it in. It's a good athleticism there shown by Gamble. A good finish by Ross. Coster gonna drive in. He goes up. Too
Nope.
strong. Rebound by Ross. Ooh, Techmeyer went for the steal, but spin move by Wallace. Back in the corner, Gamble, and what we got here?
Stepped out.
Stepped out of bounds. Turnover on Benson, and Brant Bart will check in for Trey Clevenger, senior for senior. Again, it is senior night. Among my partners, James Lee, Allie Myers, Robert Goff, and Jack McFadden, I'm Jeff Ekstrom. Bearcats lead it 47-24. Carson Schwartz checks in for Jake Techmeyer.
Bearcats on a 17-3 run since their last shot in the second quarter.
Schwartz up the floor. You get a pass out the bar for 3. Nope, he settled up.
Carson
Schwartz. Spin move, goes up.
Great move,
Ooh.
and it won't fall.
Barlett with opposite rebound.
Hit
Bar
by
for
Barr.
3. Too strong. And it will go out.
Great hustle by Brock Marlette.
Marlett is known for that. He's probably one of the most athletes I've seen that works hard.
He works extremely hard.
Gamble.
Bearcats with a 2-3, working it back and forth.
Quentin Westbrook has checked in for Benson. Inside. Ooh.
Looking for the
almost
steal.
gone. Gamble is going to
Good
go
move.
up. Can't finish, and it's rebound by Coster.
Calling the push on Coster.
It's Coster's first foul. Team's third. And it'll be Gamble in the corner. Gives it to Ross. He's going to go in, back out for Palmer. Back out Westbrook. Inside to Ross. Work on
Defense
Robinson.
with Shiloh.
Good. Blocked by Robinson again. Schwartz up the floor. Robinson. He's going to lay it in.
Can't finish.
And
they'll
now they
it.
call the foul. Kind of late call, but Robinson will go to the line for 2. Robinson has 6 points, has 5 rebounds. First one by Robinson, too strong. So now the back end of 2 free throws for Robinson. Second one is good.
Dishes it.
Now bring up the floor is Gamble. And so Westbrook gives it to Edwards. Lots of substitutions coming in for Kearney. Edwards back to Gamble. Playing that zone. A 2-3 zone.
Limiting their shots from the outside. Trying to compact it in the middle.
And Coster hits it out of the way. And now 4 substitutions coming in. Devin Colbo, Ryan Koski, Joaquin Robinson, and Jake Techmeyer. And now it is all seniors out there for the Bearcats. And Koski almost
Great
gets the
tip by
steal
Koski.
again. (48-24), 2:02 left here in the third quarter. And it's Gamble. Inside. Back out to Gamble. Look for something. Back out to Westbrook. Inside to Ross. Back out.
Bearcats doing a great job of containing the ball on D.
And Ross gets a foul
they'll
on
take
one. They're going to call it on Joaquin Robinson. That's Robinson's third. And it's Blake Brower checking back in for Westbrook for Benson. So Ross trying to complete the and one. It is missed.
Won't get
Rebound
the
there by
three-point
Marlette.
play.
So Koski brings it up. Koski drives in. Back out,
outside to
Robinson
Joaquin.
for three.
Oh,
Tried to bank it in.
the bank is open.
So it's Ross going to go up, and they're going to call the charge.
Jake Techmeyer gets it this time out of the first one. Not going his way. That's 4 for Ross.
He's probably been their most effective player tonight. Techmeyer gives it to Marlette. Marlette fires it up, gives it to Techmeyer. Now to Koski, to Marlette. Back in the corner, Devin Colbo. Tries back out, stolen away. And now it is Edwards. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Edwards makes a three, missed. Rebound by Colbo, and he'll get fouled. Palmer with a foul. His second, team sixth. And checking in, Montreal Simpson. Checks in for Palmer. Techmeyer to throw it in. Gives it to Marlette. Techmeyer. Drive up the floor, gives it to Koski. Cross Marlette.
Bearcats
Colbo.
spreading it out.
Good
with
ball
Robinson
movement.
as the big man.
It's Okoski. He's getting worked out, double team, but he's going to drive in. Back out, Colbo. Back to Koski, taking their time. 20 seconds to go. It'll be Techmeyer, gives it to Koski. So by Robinson.
Jake will go up and finish
drive in
it.
and finish. Techmeyer has 7 in the quarter. Down at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of 3, Kearney has a 24-point lead, 50-26. You're watching Kearney High boys basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. We welcome you back live to Kearney. Start of fourth quarter, 50-26 Bearcats. And we did some number crunching on our end, and unofficially, with everything going on, Kearney would be the official number 4 seed. Yet, the district pairings have not officially came out yet, but we've calculated that Kearney would be 4 with the victory tonight, as Norfolk trails by Omaha Central by 9 with under a minute to go. So Omaha Central should win that one, but it wouldn't take effect as Creighton Prep would stay at 3, Kearney would be 4, and Norfolk would be at 5.
Benson with the missed shot. Kearney coming back out with their main lineup.
It's another turnover, stripped by Benson, and so Gamble.
Kearney still rolling with a 2-3.
Inside of Halley. It's going to be blocked by Robinson.
Blocked by Shiloh Robinson.
Ross got blocked down the floor. Techmeyer Euro steps, and he gets blocked.
Benson follows it up.
And there's going to be a foul called. Techmeyer. His third. Wallace. This is to Brower. I got to Wallace. 6:55 left in the fourth quarter. 50-26. It'll be Brower.
Bearcats settling down with their defense.
Gives it to Edwards. Back out to Brower. Benson working around. Brower inside. But he gets back for
With the
three.
open shot.
Yes. Blake Brower for three. Makes it 50-29. Down the floor. Robinson almost lost it. Gives it to Koski. Koski's going to drive in. Lays it up. And he'll draw the foul.
Foul to the Bunnies, number 0, Blake Brower. His third personal team, 7th foul. At the line for the Bearcats, number 24, Ryan Koski, shooting 2.
So Ronkowski will shoot 2 free throws. First one is good. Koski is 4 for 5 on the free throws tonight. We get 5 out of 6.
It. Benson kind of in a lull right now, trying to figure out how to deal with this zone.
And an official final from Omaha. Omaha Central defeats Norfolk 70-60. So that closes out both teams' seasons. Again, we did some number crunching and figured that Central would remain in the top 7, around 6, and then Norfolk would remain at 5. But Kearney, it is yet to be determined what team they would face or what team would be their second seed in their district. Multiple teams, including Lincoln Northeast, Millard West, Lincoln East, and Omaha Burke as possible
Great
teams.
pass.
Backdoor, and
Awesome
Clevenger
connection.
lays it in. (54-31). And he gives Wallace, but Brower for 3. No, rebound by Techmeyer. He'll bring it up, gives it to Koster. Thought about the 3, drives in back into Koski. Gives it to Koster.
Bearcats going to slow it down with a 5 out. Looking for those passes and cuts.
Inside Robinson, takes it, go back out. Gets up, and they're going to call the travel.
It was a good call.
And then a trio. We have a couple of seniors checking in. We got Brock Marlette and Brent Barth checking in for the Bearcats, and then Carson Schwartz checking in as well, the sophomore. But again, this is not the last time these seniors will play on this court, as they will be home to at least one district game, possibly 2, as they host the first round of their district a week from today.
Good
Dates
move.
and times have yet to be announced, so stay tuned to the KHS Media Pro Twitter account for those dates, for those times. They will also be home. We will be covering the first round game between the girls' districts as Kearney High takes on Norfolk in the first round of their district this Tuesday, starting at 7, pregame at 6:50. Inside to Koster, and they're going to call the foul on the floor.
On Jerome
Wallace.
His second personal team's 8th foul. At the line for the Bearcats, number 44, and Koster shooting 1 and 1.
And so the shot by Koster is good.
That will get him the second shot.
DeCoster misses the second one. It's Coster at the free throw line. Earlier tonight, he is now the Kearney High single season record holder for most free throws made in one season.
Huh.
Interesting statistic there as Coster checks out for Joaquin Robinson. As that might be the last we see of most of the starters tonight. The only starter out there is Shiloh Robinson. Marlette gives it to Barth. Robinson. Shiloh goes back to Barth. Shores. Marlette. Joaquin. Shiloh. Drive and spin move. Goes
Good move
up
by Shiloh Robinson.
off the front rim. Rebound by Schwartz. Schwartz
Good
gives
pass.
it to Marlette. He goes up, gets the foul. Almost got the
in.
roll. And so Marlette will go to the line for two.
Foul on the button, number 1. Lamont Farmer. His third personal team's 9th foul at the line for the Bearcats. Number 12, Brock Marlette, shooting 2.
Marlette's first one is good.
Checking into the Bearcats. Number 34, a senior, Devin Colmo.
And Devin Colmo checks in for Carson Schwartz. And the second one missed by Marlette. Rebound by Benson, so he'll bring up the floor. 3:15 left. Here's Palmer. He's going to get double teamed by the Robinson twins. By Ross, and then it's Palmer. Then Wallace lays up a floater, gets the roll.
Jerome Wallace.
Wallace gives it to Shiloh Robinson. Gives it back to Marlette. He's going to bring it up the floor. Gives it to Barth, who's open. Barth to Joaquin. Ooh, wanted to go back to Ornice. He's going to drive it himself. And, yep, they're going to call the travel.
Bearcats
And
just
so,
keeping with that pass and cut and look.
and now Trey Clevenger checks in, and that should do it for Shiloh. All the regular starters except for Trey Clevenger is in. This will most likely what Kearney finishes out with. He drives in, his Grower misses the layup, but it's
And
Ross who tips it back in.
Ross with the finish.
And Benson calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. Kearney leads 56-37. We'll take a break. We'll be back here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney, as the Bearcats lead it 56-37. Brant Barth, senior late in the lineup here for the Bearcats out there. This is most likely what they finish out here. The game as they lead 56-37, and a turnover thrown away by Colbo. And so Wallace will bring it up. He'll hold back, now drives in. He'll lay it up, misses.
Can't finish.
And it's Ross who tips it back in. And Marlette. Double teamed. He gives it to Colbo. Colbo, timeout. Kearney will take it with them. Bearcats lead it 56-39. You're watching live here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Welcome back to Kearney. As the Bearcats will take it. As Marlette drives up the floor. He's going to go in. Gives it to Robinson. I don't know if he lost track of that or passed it.
I think that was on purpose.
As Clevenger
Cool.
gets his own
Clevy
rebound.
with the open layup.
And he gets
and he
the
gets
foul. He'll go to the line. 4-2.
At the line for the Bearcats, number 11, Trey Clevenger, shooting
That's
good.
4
And
for
first
Lamont
one
Palmer.
is missed.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special moment here on senior night. All 10 players on the floor are seniors.
As pointed out by the public address announcer, all 10 players, 5 on Kearney, 5 on Benson, are all seniors. Making our last regular season game as Clevenger makes the second free throw. As there goes up, and he'll draw the foul. With a minute and a half left here in this fourth quarter. As he'll be on Barth.
Fouls on the Bearcats, number 25, Trey Clevenger is first.
First one, missed.
In and out.
At the line for the Bunnies, as senior number 10, Desmond Edwards, shooting one more.
So now the second one by Edwards. Makes this
Will
one.
fall.
Gives it to Marlette. Marlette. Gives it to Joaquin Robinson, and it's turned over. And another big score to determine who's the number 2 seed in Kearney's district. Omaha Burke in Omaha West Side tied at 46. And ironically, Burke's second or best player on the team, Bratton, went to West Side at the beginning of the year, set to transfer, wanted to transfer to Omaha South, but the NSAA made it a rule if you wanted to transfer twice, you had to transfer back to your home district. And his home district was Burke. It's Omaha Burke, a much better team than they were at the beginning of the year. The Bearcats beat Burke by 2 in overtime to have their first victory of the season. And Bratton, one of those players, he's a 6'7" post who's going to be a first-team All-Stater. And he's paired with Sharif Mitchell, who's also an All-State quality player as well.
Good basketball players.
So that's a team that I think Kearney wants to avoid at all costs in their second seed in their district. Is down the floor. This will be Palmer who dunks it. 20 seconds to go. 57-42. This game is over. Benson will move to 4-18. While Kearney will improve to 19-4. Marlette will be double teamed. Almost stolen away. Gives it to Clevenger. And that will do it. Kearney High wins it 57-42 to win here on senior night. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show. We'll get you some stats, scores from around the state, and send you your way. Again, Kearney wins 57-42. We'll be back here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Welcome back to Kearney for the post-game show. Again, the boys beat Benson 57-42, and the girls earlier today won it 50-46. Now let's get you some stats. We couldn't really quite get the accuracy on the Benson stats, so we're going to give you just Kearney High. And so probably the player of the game, we give it to senior Ryan Koski. 15 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Who's really upped his game the last, I would say, 5 or 6 games. Really up to scoring output. And he'll be an impact player come district and state.
He really spreads the floor for Kearney High.
Gives him another scoring option behind Techmeyer, Coster, and Robinson. And speaking of Coster, he finished with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Then it was Shiloh Robinson, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Jake Techmeyer, another senior, 8 points, 1 rebound. Trey Clevenger, the senior guard, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Carson Schwartz, 1 rebound. Devin Colbo, 1 rebound. Brock Marlette, 1 point, 2 rebounds. Brant Barth, 3 points. And then finally, Joaquin Robinson, 2 points.
And with the scoring recap for the game, first quarter, Bearcats came out on top 14-11, close game. Benson did what they needed to do to keep within Kearney High. Second quarter was a different story. At the end of it, the Bearcats pulled away with a stretch of 10-2, and the second quarter ended up 32-21. And then the huge part of the game, really the divider between the two, was the 6 quick points. Actually, there was a 10-point run in the third quarter, but 3 baskets quickly made by Kearney High really separated the teams. Got it coming out. Kearney High outscoring Benson in the third quarter 18-5. Ended up being 50-26 in the third quarter. And then with your fourth quarter, the Bearcats bringing their seniors out as well as Benson. Benson outscoring Bearcats 16-7 in that quarter. And the score total was 57-42. Bearcats on top.
And so, okay, Kearney boys and girls both win tonight. The boys extending their winning streak to 16 games. School record, boys' school record, or at least we don't know officially. I think it might be the longest winning streak in Kearney High basketball history. Now, lots of Kearney High events happened earlier today. We had JV State Bowling and Wrestling. Let's get you on wrestling. To open the day for Bearcats, 5 made it to 5 place today. First was Sean Jackson, 195 pounds, finished 4th, went 1-1. Then it was Trey Gruby, a senior, finished 2nd in the 160-pound division. Then it was the big man, Lee Harrington, 285, pinned his guy in 30 seconds, used a total of 5 minutes, 14 seconds total in the tournament. Then it was Philip Moomey at 120 pounds, pinned his man in the second period to finish first. And then Nick James finishing out the day at 132. Finishing runner-up.
Congratulations to all those guys. Great season.
It was a great season. Kearney High finished 2nd overall. They lost to Millard South. Again, I think this is their 3rd straight year they've finished 2nd. In Class B in wrestling, Omaha Skutt took home the title. Class C was Valentine. And then Class D was Burwell, who ended Amherst's 7-year state championship run.
Huge.
And so maybe a new era of wrestling will come for Burwell, as Amherst again gets their streak snapped at 7 years of straight state championships.
That's big.
And then JV State Bowling, also today we had stats for the boys. Qualifying first and second individually. Qualifying first was junior Carter Fusman, and then qualifying second was freshman Macklin McDermott. They qualified first overall out of 8 teams, but lost in the first round of Baker play. Now from scores from around the state, first tonight was Omaha Creighton Prep, who lost to Lincoln Southeast 66-61. That makes it a lot closer between Kearney and Omaha Creighton Prep to determine if they'll flip 3 and 4.
Yep.
A big thing we're still waiting on is a school from Missouri, Rockhurst, Missouri. They are 10-10. If they lose, that's a Tier 3 team. And that might be enough for Kearney to jump them and be number 3 total in Class A. So we'll see about that.
And that's how close it is. That's just, it's compact. It's
going to be close. People probably are at home crunching numbers now. Also was Omaha Central beating Norfolk 70-60 in a big game in Omaha. So Norfolk, with that loss, will not be able to jump Kearney So Norfolk will stay at 5, but Kearney again has the possibility of jumping to 3. Then it was Lincoln Northeast at last update, who could be Kearney's second seed in their district, was leading Fremont, only 54-52 at the end of the third quarter. Then it was Lincoln High, who beat Papillion La Vista South 64-62. With that win, Lincoln High moves to a Tier 3 team, making Kearney look better points-wise. And then finally the other big score was Omaha Burke, who again could be an opponent in the second seed in Kearney's district, as they beat Omaha Westside 54-51 in overtime. And so lots of possibilities of Kearney, who could be their seed number 2 in their district, will there be in the number 1, it'll be 3, 4, we'll see. Unofficially it's looking like might be 4, but you never know. With Rockhurst, if they lose, we could be number 3. Lots of number crunching. Official district pairings will come out tomorrow, and we actually in fact have the boys' first and second round district playoff games. The first round being exactly a week from tonight, February 25th. Times have yet to be announced, but we will be covering it. Stay tuned to the KHS Media Pro Twitter account. And then this upcoming Tuesday, we will have the first round of districts for the girls, who will face off against Norfolk in the first round, who they lost earlier just last Friday, 35-32. We'll face them in the first round. Game time at 7, pregame at 6:50. And that's going to do it for the postgame show. Again, Kearney boys win 57-42. Girls win it 50-46. From my co-partners James Lee, Ali Myers, Robert Goff, McClement, Jack McFadden, I'm Jeff Ekstrom. Have a nice night, everyone.